Hello everybody, this is an astrological forecast for Aquarius for October of 2013. This also applies if you have an Aquarius ascendant. So my dear Aquarians, much happening in the heavens this month because we're building up for November the 1st to this square, an exact square between this Pluto and Uranus energy that's been going on. But not only Pluto and Uranus, we've got Jupiter and also the Sun in there as well. So we've got a lot happening for you in your work area. A lot of changes, a lot of new opportunities potentially coming to you in your work area. As long as you're going out and taking a few more risks than you might normally be doing, should be some opportunities coming in the work area. You're going to have to be careful that you're not overdoing things, you're not burning the candle at both ends, but really as well what's going on for you with this Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter going on energies for you is very much looking at your belief systems, what you've believed up until now. And I think your beliefs are being shaken up. What you thought was fact and maybe solid is not so solid anymore. People that you felt were solid in your life are maybe not so solid anymore. A lot of changing as well in your environment. Many of you are going to be traveling around, making short trips, going here, going there. And if you're not making short trips physically, you're going to be making a lot of trips in your mind. Your mental energy is very, very active. And you have to find a way this month to calm that a little bit. Because on the 5th of the month, we have a new moon in Libra in your 9th house, along with the Sun there. So this is a wonderful time, Aquarius, for learning something new, studying something new, maybe even getting involved in something politically, something that you have an ideal about. It's very good for business overseas, for anything international. It's good for planning some travel or a trip overseas, but particularly good as well for anything metaphysical. Your spiritual side should also be very triggered. So it's important for you, with the opposition to Uranus going on, that yes, you're dealing with your everyday weeds and the details of life, but that you also have the bigger picture of where you're going and what it's all about. And you may well be questioning, what the hell is it all about? And the new moon too can bring you somebody new into your life from overseas who can give you a new perspective on your life. Now, for the first week of the month, well, we've got Venus in this 10th house, and a lot happening for you, Capricorn, sorry, it's the Capricorn house, Aquarius in your 10th house. So it's important to be shining a light on your career at this time. And for the first week of the month with Venus there, this is going to help you with your career. There may be a helpful person. You could meet somebody through work who becomes a friend or is somebody nice. It could be a financial improvement in your situation as far as your career is concerned. It could be a promotion. There could also be some restructuring with Saturn going on in your career. And maybe in the company, if you're working for a company, or if you're working for yourself, maybe you need to do some restructuring. But some serious rethinking about your career is certainly going on for you, Aquarius. On the 8th of the month, Venus moves into your 11th house. And this is wonderful for friendships, for getting out, for being social. You are often quite social, Aquarius. Be social, get out and about there. You're going to meet some lovely people. You'll have the opportunity to meet somebody who could really become a nice friend. Might even become a lover down the line. But certainly some nice friends, good for working in teams, working with other people. Also good for maybe a wish that you've had for a while. Suddenly the wish is granted, or it materializes, it manifests for you, particularly with these last 3 weeks of the month. Now, we've got Mars in your 7th house for the first 2 weeks of the month. This is the house of relationships, Aquarius. Now, this is very much about you proactively going after connections, partnerships, networking. It's very good for that. You have to be careful that you don't ruffle feathers, which is possible with this Mars in your 7th house. It's like, come on, let's get going, and maybe people are not quite as ready as you are. But it's certainly a good time as well to be proactive if you're looking for a relationship or a partnership or somebody to do business with. Good time to be proactive about it for the first 2 weeks of the month. Then on the 15th of the month, this Mars goes into your 8th house, which is a wonderful time for going into any kind of research, for finding something out, something that's been bugging you for a while. And you may find something that you lost. Often turns up when Mars goes into the 8th house. You would also be, as well, a good time to put energy into your finances, anything financial. You might want to look into all joint financial situations, and that would include your banking, your mortgage, your tax, your insurance, everything financial. But it's going to be a good time to push forward with things, really make some progress. Now, I have to caution you a little bit because the 3rd week of the month will be fine, but the last week of the month we're going into a Mercury retrograde. So try to get all important contracts, dealings, especially financial agreements, tenancy agreements, real estate agreements, whatever it is, try to get them done in the first 3 weeks of the month. The last week of the month you may find yourself up against obstacles or things not quite moving forward as quickly as you had hoped. Now, on the 18th of the month, we have a full moon. So we have the new moon in the 9th house, and we have a full moon and lunar eclipse, powerful moon on turbocharge in your 3rd house, joining Uranus here. So here, this is a full moon. This is shining a light on your social life, what you're doing around you. It's very good for networking, for connecting with people. It's going to make you very sensitive to people, and it's going to make you very sensitive to information. You might pick up some sensitive information that might be very useful to you. But it's going to be a good time for networking and sharing and promoting whatever it is that you want to promote, that you're excited about, that you feel passionate about. Also a good time for writing and for reading and for videos and communications of any kind. But what will be happening for this 6-month period, because the lunar eclipse is so powerful, it lasts for up to 6 months, you're going to need to reevaluate your beliefs. So look at the areas that are not working in your life and look behind that now, really think, because on the 21st of the month Mercury goes retrograde. And during this Mercury retrograde, it's a wonderful time for really reflecting and rethinking and reevaluating what beliefs have I got that maybe are inhibiting me being successful in relationships. Maybe I'm being too idealistic. Maybe I'm not real about a relationship. Maybe I'm not real about the fact that I'm actually quite happy on my own and I only think I need a relationship. But it's going to be a time where your beliefs are going to get shaken up, and it's time for you to take more control of your life from that perspective. On the 23rd of the month, we've got the Sun joining this Mercury retrograde in your 10th house. So this is a powerful burst into your career area. It will be a good time for completing projects. Very often during a Mercury retrograde, it's not so good for starting something, but it's wonderful for completing something. So things that you've already got in motion, maybe it could be to do with a house, could be to do with real estate, or it could be to do with work. It can complete during the retrograde, which lasts until the 10th of November. Ideally, for starting things during that time, I would suggest a good time for researching things, finding out, getting your information, and then after the 10th, then taking your action. With Jupiter in your 6th house, for those of you needing healing or needing help, there should be some help there. You may have to work on some psychological patterns, something that's going on inside you emotionally that is affecting you physically. This may be the balance that you have to find between these polarities as well. So as you can see, these opposites will be coming into play for you, Aquarius, but you can make powerful use of them. You can start to take control. Look at the bits that aren't working and make decisions to think about them differently and to put out a different vibration. As soon as you change your vibration, everything in your world changes. When I was traveling, I was frightened, I was concerned, I was only thinking of myself, I wasn't making many connections with people. As soon as I changed that vibration to saying, hey, I really want to connect with people, I'm interested in you, what's going on with you? People were all around me. I met so many different, lovely, helpful, kind people. And it was all from the change in my vibration, my attitude. So you can do it, Aquarians. I wish you a great month. Thank you for subscribing, commenting, getting in touch. I appreciate it greatly. Bye for now.